Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to the Sports Exchange. As you know, my name is Tim, and this is Brad. And Brad, it's that time of year again. It's bowl season, baby. College football bowl season is my favorite time of year, and I know it's this man's favorite time of year. So we're going to get into the New York Six bowl games. We're going to give you a little rundown of each game, prediction of scores of each game, and then we're going to get into the playoffs of the college football world.
I'm excited for the playoffs.
We're going to get into depth of each game, who we think is going to win, and then we're getting to the final whistle where we have a little twist at the end for the bet. So hope y'all stay tuned. So let's get into it now. All right, so we're going through the New Year's Six bowl games. We're going to start with the Citrus Bowl.
All right.
And this is with Kentucky and Iowa. Now, I think Iowa's going to win. Brad thinks Kentucky's got it.
I do.
And after doing the reports with these teams, I don't feel that much comfortable anymore.
I went back and forth on this game quite a bit. This kind of Kentucky's strength. It's Kentucky's strength against Iowa's strength.
Yeah.
And their defenses and the offense for Kentucky. So I'm excited for this matchup, but I don't know if Iowa can keep up.
No, because Tyler Goodson, gone.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
Big loss.
Big loss for Iowa, leading rusher. I mean, I've been impressed with him, watching him this season. Huge loss for that team.
Unbelievable.
But, so why don't we get into some keys to victory, what these teams need to do to push themselves over the edge or not lose the game.
Yeah, of course you don't want to do that. First of all, first key, these teams have never played each other before in the history of college football, which is insane.
I mean, it's not really unheard of.
Yeah.
As, we have a couple of them just this year.
Yeah, that's true.
But, throughout the storied history of college football, like, you
would think they would have played.
Right,
at least
you
once.
don't think that teams haven't played each other when obviously there's been a ton of teams that haven't played another team. But it's like, it's crazy. I don't know. It's just crazy for me to think about that.
Yeah. All right. So for me, Iowa's three keys. Number one, you got to slow down Kentucky's high potent offense. With their last four games in November, they've racked up an average of 560 yards.
Unbelievable.
And
unbelievable.
That's top tier in the Power 5 conferences and second in FBS alone, only to Kent State.
So what you're telling me is they have a higher yards per game the last month of the season than Alabama, Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
All of them.
The only team that has more yards average per game is Kent State with 564 yards per game. So only by 4 yards.
Huh.
Which is amazing.
I mean, that's a stat that I'm
accomplish.
surprised to hear. I mean, I know their offense.
I don't feel comfortable with it.
I mean, I know their offense is powerful, but when you think of Kentucky, you don't really think of almost 600 yards a game.
No, you don't.
You just don't do it.
Yeah. So number two key of victory for Iowa is their secondary is kind of banged up. So next level's got to step up. You're on the bench. Now's the time to step up.
Which makes it even more difficult facing this high-powered offense in Kentucky.
They got a task.
They do. They definitely do.
Number three, Iowa's got to control the tempo of the game. If you get in a gunslinging match against Kentucky with a high-powered offense, you will lose that game. Control the tempo. Run the ball. The best way to beat a great offense, keep them off the field. And that's what Iowa's got to do if they want to have any chance of winning this game.
I couldn't agree more, to be quite honest with you. But looking back at it, you have to think that Kentucky's drooling at the mouth.
Yeah.
After watching what Michigan did to Iowa.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they sent Michigan a thank you letter for that game.
Because Michigan is just now getting to where they have that high-powered offense.
Right.
And, I'm not sure if Kentucky is as high-powered as Michigan. I think they throw the ball better than Michigan does.
Okay.
But you got to think Kentucky is just drooling watching that game film from Michigan and Iowa in the Big Ten Championship game. You got to be.
Absolutely.
So, you've went over Iowa's 3 keys to victory.
Yes, I did.
I'm going to jump into Kentucky's.
Ah.
So, first off, something every team in the nation needs to do. All right?
Okay. What is it?
Protect the quarterback.
Oh.
Protect the quarterback.
Absolutely.
The quarterback can't do anything if he's laying on the ground the whole night.
Yeah. Got to keep that jersey clean.
And what really excites me about this matchup is Iowa's led by their defense.
Yeah.
And Kentucky's led by their offense. So I think that's going to be a really good matchup. Like you said, with Iowa's defense being a little banged up in the secondary.
Yeah. Ouch.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Because Kentucky can throw the football. But Kentucky's offensive line ranks in third down conversion. They're ranked, I think, the lowest in the SEC. And that does not bode well.
No.
When Iowa is going to send dudes. Like, they are going to try and put the pressure on you, which leads me into my next key to victory.
Bring it on.
They have to play well under pressure. They have to adjust to the pressure that Iowa is going to send all game long. They're not going to stop.
Oh, no. Especially if it's working.
Exactly. Like, they're going to keep throwing haymakers on defense.
Yep.
Going to keep throwing haymakers on defense. And my third key to victory for Kentucky. You cannot turn the ball over. Cannot turn the ball over.
Yep.
They're the third worst team in college football in the turnover department.
Wow. Good for me.
Now with that secondary banged up. So, God, you cannot turn the ball. You can't.
No.
Like Tim said, the best way to stay in the game is to keep the Kentucky offense on the sideline. Well, if you're Kentucky, the best way to win this game is to keep your offense on the field.
Yeah.
All right. I think that pretty much sums up the game.
Yeah, that pretty much sums that one.
So, with that being said, let's go into some score predictions for this one. Tim, what do you got?
I got 20-24 Iowa.
Really?
Late second field goal.
Okay. I think it's going to be a little higher scoring than that on Kentucky's end.
Not if Iowa.
Well, that's true. With the pressure and everything, yeah, I get that. I think I'm looking at a 35-24 Kentucky win.
Okay.
That's. I just don't think Iowa's going to be with the secondary banged up. I just don't think they're going to slow down the passing attack unless they are getting pressure all the time.
Absolutely. All right.
So,
what's next on the New Year's Six Bowl list?
The next New Year's Six Bowl is the Outback Bowl, featuring Penn State and
Arkansas.
Wow.
Which
Arkansas, we've talked a lot about Arkansas on this show.
Yeah.
We have. But they are an up-and-coming team, and when they go out on the field, they play their tails off, regardless of who they're playing.
Yeah.
And, it's hard to compare them to an Alabama or, pretty much that's it in the SEC. Everybody else is, Georgia, but I think Georgia showed some flaws in the last one.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that.
Yep.
But, they battle. They battle. And I really like Arkansas. I do really like Arkansas. So
who's missing Traylon Burks?
Who's missing Traylon Burks? That's a huge loss.
Miss.
Huge loss. But I think this one will be closer than the Iowa-Kentucky game.
Okay.
I will say that.
Okay.
I will say that.
So you have keys to victory for this game?
Oh, I have 3 keys to victory for the Penn State Nittany Lions. So, number 1 is to force KJ Jefferson into making a mistake. He hasn't thrown an interception in his last 173 pass attempts. I don't like that stat.
I love it.
I don't. I don't like it at all. That doesn't make me feel any better about my decisions.
All right.
So, obviously, you have to get pressure. Penn State doesn't really have the defensive firepower that they've had over the last few years. They don't have that elite pass rusher or linebacker.
Right.
That they've had over the last, 5-6 years or so. They've always had somebody. Like last year, and the last 3, at least, you had Micah Parsons.
No, yeah.
Who's a game changer.
Absolutely. Killing it right now.
And so that makes it tough for Penn State. They have to find a way to get pressure on the quarterback. They have to force him into a mistake. Absolutely have to. So now, next, number 2, the run defense.
Okay, yeah.
Penn State has held opponents to 3.5 yards per rush.
Which is crazy because they've gone against Ohio State, Michigan State, Michigan,
yeah,
Wisconsin.
Exactly. So their run defense is good.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully, for my sake, I guess I don't really know if it's hopefully for my sake, but make Arkansas one-dimensional. I feel like you have to make them one-dimensional, and you have to get pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
Because Arkansas ranked 2nd in the SEC in rushing this year. But, like I said, 3.5 yards per carry. Just remember that.
I have a feeling that average about to go up.
I doubt it. But, so my 3rd key to victory.
Yep.
All right? Penn State needs to score more than 30 points. They have to. They have to. Their season high is 31.
31?
31.
Wow.
31. Are you kidding me?
I think Rutgers has scored more than 31.
That's a good stat to look up. That would be a good stat to look up.
We'll do it after.
I don't know if that's correct or not. But it's probably correct.
Right.
I will say that. Yeah. Season high, 31 points. You have to score more than that. Have to score more than that, or you're going to lose.
Yeah. All right. So I got Arkansas's 3 key to victories. KJ Jefferson needs to have a near perfect game. And he's got the capabilities to do it.
I mean, not throwing an interception 173 pass attempts. I mean,
that's a good start.
It's a great start.
That's a great
I'll
start.
give you that.
Number 2, their defense needs to create turnovers. Penn State has fumbled 13 times, have only lost at 5.
Really?
And has only thrown 8 interceptions all season.
Really?
That needs to...
They fumbled 13 times and only lost 5 of them.
Only lost 5.
I mean,
they average 1 fumble a game.
I mean, 13's kind of a high number.
Yeah.
But at least you're not losing them, I guess.
At least you're not losing.
I mean, I guess.
All right, and the 3rd key to victory is Arkansas's got to cut down on penalties. They've been penalized 97 times for 780 yards.
Hopefully, maybe they can make it a clean 100.
I'll only take 3 penalties for a whole game. That's great.
Yeah. Depends on when they come.
So, and Penn State's only been penalized 67 times for 589 yards.
Dang.
So, yeah, Arkansas is a little rowdy.
I can see that.
I need to turn down that jukebox.
Turn down the juice.
All right, and that is it for our keys to victory for that bowl game. And let's go on to the next one.
No, we got predictions.
Oh, yeah, we do got predictions.
You can't just jump ahead like that. What are you doing?
I'm excited about this one.
Whatever. So, I'll start with predictions since I'm the only one that remembered it.
We ain't got no script.
We don't. We don't have a script. We're flying off the handle. No, we ain't got no script. We're flying off the handle right now.
I mean, we ain't going to retain all the information before the show, so we got little notes.
Okay, we're getting off the rails. So, we're going to go right into predictions.
I'm just saying that they see it, might as well just acknowledge it, so they just, what are they looking at?
Well, I don't really care. But, so, score predictions for this game.
All right.
I'm taking Penn State in a shootout.
Ooh. All right.
I'm going to go, I don't know how I'm getting here. I'm going to go 38-35.
Wow.
38-35. They're going to get more than 30 points.
So, I'm predicting Arkansas is going to double up.
You think they're going to double them up?
56-28.
Wow, that's bold. That's bold.
Bold prediction of the week.
That's your bold prediction.
Yeah.
You're taking that as your bold prediction of the week.
Yeah, double up Penn State.
I mean, it's better than Kenneth Walker's going to run for fucking... Better than you saying Kenneth Walker's going to run for 300 yards.
He still might have if he would have played the game.
Oh, he didn't play the game.
No, he didn't.
So.
All right, now can we get into the one I'm excited about?
I mean, sure, if you want to.
All right, this is the Sugar Bowl, baby. I'm talking Baylor and Ole Miss. We got Lane Kiffin and Dave Aranda. Aranda. Did I? Yeah, I messed that up.
You did. It's okay, though. It's okay.
And little fun fact, no players on each team is opted out.
Really?
No, not a one.
Which, that's good to see.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
With the way college football has been going, and you're seeing a lot more players opt out of the bowl game if they're not in the playoffs.
You know what would fix that? Expand the playoffs.
That's true.
Expand it. You will have these kids making NCAA money because people are tuning in to watch them.
That's true. That is absolutely true. But I'm glad to see that nobody has opted out of this game for that fact. Like, I mean, obviously some of these guys have to still put film out.
Yeah.
You know, to try to boost their draft stock, whether they're going to the draft. You have to keep putting that film out there. If you're not a top tier name,
mm-hmm.
you have to keep putting film out there, try to get your name out there.
Got it.
You got to try to make that money at the next level.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that nobody is opting out of this game.
Yeah. That
makes me happy.
You going into the keys of victory right now?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
So we got Ole Miss.
You got Ole Miss.
I got Ole Miss.
And I was this close to picking Ole Miss. Just because.
The lane train is coming.
Yeah. And just Matt Corral, the dude's a beast.
He is. He is. I like watching him play.
Yeah. So, sadly, my keys to victory for Baylor is...
You don't seem... This doesn't seem very promising.
I know.
It does not. You seem off
a
little bit on this.
So, Jerry Bohannon, who didn't play in the Big 12 championship game due to injury, he's actually slated to start for the bowl game.
Which, that's good for them.
Yeah. So, keep him healthy. We don't need him injured again. The ankle's probably still a little weak.
I'm sure it's still tender.
Yeah. And his backup last game in the Big 12 championship, Blake Shapen, is doubtful. He got injured during the Big 12 championship with his shoulder.
He did. I remember that. Yep.
He's listed as doubtful.
Okay.
But the interesting thing is now the backup is this Brandon Bass, who has taken one snap this year for 1 yard.
It's good odds.
Yeah, so definitely keep Bohannon clean, healthy, and happy.
Goes back to what it goes back to what I said about the Kentucky.
Oh yeah,
Iowa game. Every team needs to keep the quarterback on their feet.
Right.
Every one of them. That should be a key to victory in every game we talk about.
So number 2, contain Matt Corral. You're not going to stop him. You're not going to stop him, but you can try to slow him down, disrupt him, make him make a bad decision, and it's another. Yeah, it's a tough task.
Yeah, easier said than done. Easier said than done.
All right, and number 3, Baylor's secondary cannot get complacent, and linebackers can't bite on the options.
It's hard to do.
Stay home and contain is what they need to do.
Running them RPOs, man. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I've never had to try to do it, but from the looks of it, it's hard.
Right. And so those are my 3 key to victories for Baylor, and it's a complicated one.
It is a complicated
one.
But the lane train's coming, folks, and here's why.
Why?
So, they need to stop Baylor's run game. That's key number 1. You have to stop the run game.
Okay.
If you don't stop the run game, you're in trouble. You have to make them throw the ball.
Okay.
Especially with Bohannon probably still nursing that ankle.
Yeah.
You have to make him throw the ball as many times as you can. I don't ever wish for anybody to be hurt. But if that ankle's still tender, how many dropbacks do you think he can handle?
Not many comfortably.
Exactly. Make him throw it as many times as possible. Number 2, you have to minimize the turnover. Minimize the turnovers. Pretty sure that was in my last keys to victory for Penn State.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, matchups, if that's something that you got to do,
I mean, that's
necessary to win.
I mean, that's true. And the game is most likely going to come down to whoever has the ball last in this one.
Yes.
This is another shootout game I can see.
Yeah. My score prediction's pretty close on this one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because you just said Penn State was going to get doubled up.
This game.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's the last game.
I know. But I'm just saying your predictions have been out there. Okay. So, number 3. You have to keep Matt Corral clean.
Okay.
He's got to be on his feet if you want him to do anything. I mean, obviously, he ain't a weapon. He's laying on the ground.
Yeah.
So, it's not how it works.
Not how it works.
But with a lingering ankle injury, a clean quarterback is a healthy quarterback.
I like that. You should make shirts.
Should I?
Yeah. It's better than that onesie you're wearing.
Hey, I like my onesie. You leave me alone. I'm comfortable and ready for bed.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
The next one is the Fiesta Bowl. So you got Oklahoma State, and I know this one's near and dear to your heart.
Let's go.
Because we got the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yes. Yes, we do. And I can't wait to hear your keys to victory.
You can't? Well, then I'm going to tell you.
All right, go ahead.
All right?
Ain't going to matter.
Well.
Because it ain't happening.
Time out. 26-30. We didn't give a score prediction.
Oh, yeah. Damn it.
We gotta start remembering that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right, so should we go into score prediction for that one?
Yeah. So, obviously, by me spouting off the lane train here, I'm going to take Ole Miss in this one.
Yeah.
I think Matt Corral just makes just enough plays to win this game. I think he's going to have 2 rushing touchdowns.
Oh, you're going with stats? I thought we were just going with scores.
Oh, well, I'm just telling you how this is going to happen. So he's going to have 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Those are the plays that he's going to make a difference in this game. But for the score prediction, I'm going to go with 35-31.
Okay. That's pretty close to what I was saying.
Okay.
35-38, Baylor.
Oh.
Yep.
Either way, Ole Miss is scoring 35.
Yeah. So we got that one right.
We did, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
But, so, next bowl game we're going to jump into is the Fiesta Bowl.
Let's go.
I know this game is near and dear to your heart.
Yes, sir.
You have the Notre Dame Fighting Irish going up against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Obviously, I know how you think this is playing out.
Yep. That's why I can't wait to hear your 3 keys of victory.
Yeah. I'm about to get into them.
All right, let's hear them.
All right. So, key number 1.
Yeah.
Win the defensive battle. Both teams...
It's a good start.
It's always a good start. Both teams have really good defenses, but both teams also have really nice run games. So you have to win the line of scrimmage. You have to win at the line of scrimmage if you're on defense.
Got you.
You have, Kyron Williams opted out. You lost your, what's his name? Kyle Hamilton. He's not playing.
No.
So, I think there's opportunities for Oklahoma State in this game. But that has nothing to do with my key to victory, number 1.
Okay.
That was me kind of rambling off.
Yeah, which is what you do. I was kind of slowly looking at the camera like...
I do. I get going on some things. Don't become one-dimensional. You can't become one-dimensional against Notre Dame.
Okay.
So, Notre Dame has vastly improved.
Yeah, ever since the bye week.
As the season went on.
Yep.
They have steadily improved on the defensive side of the ball. As you probably well know, because Cincinnati made them look like fools. But, did you sniffle at me because you were upset?
Nope.
So, their running back, Jalen Warren, who missed the Big 12 championship game, so he missed that, must have a big day. He's got to have a big day.
Yep.
If they want any chance, the run game has to be on point. All right. It can't. He's got to run for at least. He's got to run for at least 100 yards. It's got to be a 100-yard game. Got to be. Feed him. Feed the man. All right. So number 3, you have to shut down the running game. Granted, Notre Dame has lost its best running back.
Yep.
Their number 1 running back is not playing in this game. But Notre Dame will go with 2 running backs in this game. You got Chris Tyree.
Yes, sir.
And Logan Diggs. I'm sure you're very well versed in these 2.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about them? I'm not real familiar with the running backs on Notre Dame team.
Okay, well, obviously Chris Tyree was second behind Kyron Williams.
Yep.
And whenever Williams needed a break, he would come in. It was like they never missed a step.
Okay.
They kind of...
Well, that's good for them then.
Yeah. They kind of...
Makes me feel a little bit worse
contributed to each other, and it looked like the same running back out there. They didn't have to change schemes or change the style of running. It was literally, I think, just speed. Chris Tyree has a little bit more of a stutter step in the backfield, but north and south runner. Kyron Williams, he can do the perimeter a little better than Tyree.
Okay, well that makes me a little more apprehensive about my pick in this.
Yeah, and Logan Diggs is only a freshman. And
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's turned it up.
I did not know that.
Yep.
I did not know that.
I'm
so
pretty sure he's a freshman.
Yeah. So back to my 3rd key of the game.
Yep.
You got to slow the run game down. That defensive line has to step up, remain gap sound throughout the game. One missed assignment, and Notre Dame's off and running.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hello, touchdown, Jesus.
He ain't going to be here today.
Spirit.
All right. So I went through Oklahoma State's keys to victory. I'm going to turn it over to you and let you handle your team.
All right. First, number one, obviously Kyron Williams and Kyle Hamilton out.
Huge loss.
Slack has to be picked up. These were major contributors to their teams, both on offense and defense. So with Hamilton and Williams out, Houston Griffith has to be the shutdown safety.
Okay.
He's got to come over top. He's got to read the field before the play happens and get these other guys in line. With that, we've already talked about Chris Tyree, Logan Diggs. I think there's not going to be a problem there. The offensive line is going to be okay. We do have an injury on the offensive line. There's going to be a freshman replacing him. We kind of recruit pretty well in the offensive line department. So
Still, true freshman?
Yeah.
Well, that makes me feel better about it. Okay.
All right. Number 2, take shots down the field. You have Lorenzo Styles Jr., Braden Lindsey, Kevin Austin Jr., and obviously Michael Meyer.
Yeah.
Mayer. I said Meyer.
I think it's Mayer.
It's Mayer.
Okay.
I said Michael Meyer because that's what rolls off the tongue.
All right.
But with those 4 players, they've only combined for just over 2,000 yards and only 14 touchdowns.
Really?
Take shots down the field. I know
So
you're going against...
Those are season totals?
Those are season totals combined.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
There's other receivers that one got out for the season with a torn ACL. He was a big contributor. But number 3, protect the ball.
Very important.
Just protect the ball. Oklahoma State is a potent defense. I think they're not number 1, they're number 2 in total defense in the Power 5.
I think they're 3.
Are they 3?
I think they're 3.
All right, well, let's just say they're top 5, which they know what they're doing on defense. Protect the ball.
But here's the key. I'm going to add this as my 4th key to victory.
Oh, boy.
Actually, it's not really a key to victory because it's not very good for them. Jim Knowles, their defensive coordinator, is not there. Where did he go, you may ask? To the Ohio State University.
Nobody cares.
So they are without their defensive play caller.
Yep.
Which, obviously, that's going to be a huge adjustment. I mean, obviously, you have assistants that are also on the headset, but there's not that voice that you've heard all season long.
Yeah, I got that.
So, me picking Oklahoma State doesn't seem very good right now.
You know what?
Because I just thought about that.
I got a 4th key to victory.
You do?
Yeah.
For who?
Notre Dame.
Oh. That's like 5. The Jim Knowles thing is a key to victory for Notre Dame. I mean.
I'm going to go with the Marcus Freeman effect. This team
they will be on a high.
Riled up. They want to play for this man. This man wants to coach them. And it works. I've seen sneak previews of the Fiesta Bowl practices, and watch out, Oklahoma State. Because this team is ready to play.
They seem rallied behind him.
Yeah.
The emotions are high. But they can't get too high.
No. You gotta stay grounded.
You gotta
stay grounded.
You gotta keep your emotions in check.
Yeah.
You gotta keep your emotions in check. All right. Now that we've went through our keys to victory for each team, I know where you're going with it.
Yeah.
But what's the score?
40-28. Notre Dame.
So I know I gave the keys to victory.
Yeah.
for Oklahoma State.
Mhm.
I can't pick them to win this game. I can't do it. As much as it pains me to admit the fact that Notre Dame's probably going to win this game,
Yeah.
I can't. I think the Jim Knowles thing is bigger than the rest of their keys to victory.
Gotcha.
Because, yeah, the defense is ranked third underneath Jim Knowles. Well, Jim Knowles isn't there anymore.
Yeah, but the players are on the field.
That's true, but how's the game going to be called?
Well, we don't know.
Exactly. So, I am picking Notre Dame to win.
Okay. Score prediction.
Score prediction? I'm going to go with 42. 31.
Okay. I like it.
I'm sure you do.
I like it.
I'm sure you do. So, that is my game prediction for
The Fiesta Bowl.
the Fiesta Bowl.
All right.
So, what is the last and final New Year's Six Bowl?
Oh, you know what it is.
Before we get into the playoff talk.
You already know who it is.
I do know who it is.
And you know what bowl game it is.
I do.
It's the Mac Daddy of them all, baby. It's the Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl. I
The
tried to
Ohio
go.
State Buckeyes versus the Utah Utes.
Yeah. I tried to go to this game.
Yeah, I know.
I
He
did.
called me. He's like, hey, I'm going to the game. I'm like, once again, no invite, nothing.
Well, so the tickets weren't the issue. So I could get the tickets. It was dang plain fair to get out there.
I'll let it pass to Dana.
Yeah. That was the kicker.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bummed out I'm not going to be there. I wanted to be. But I'll watch it from the comforts of my own couch.
Which you always do.
Which I always do because I'm a superstitious son of a gun. But with that being said, let's start off with the Utah Utes keys to victory.
I got them right here. Keys to victory.
There are none.
First of all, Ohio State can't show up to the game. That's the only way Utah is going to win.
I mean,
Just
I like
kidding.
that. I like that key to victory. I like that.
All right, so Utah's first key to victory: stop the run. With so much talent gone on the Ohio State side, they're gonna give the ball to Travion Henderson.
It's true.
They gotta stop him.
They have to feed Travion Henderson, first off. They have to.
Well, we'll get to your keys here in a minute, sir. Number 2, they gotta pressure the quarterback. It's been proven. If you pressure C.J. Stroud,
Lies.
he becomes a little rattled, a little more less efficient, less consistent.
I have arguments
Pressure
against this.
C.J. Stroud.
I have arguments against this.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
Number 3, win the turnover battle. Expect a mid to high scoring game here, so every possession will matter. So win that turnover battle. You probably are going to be in the winning end of this. Once again, but Ohio State didn't show up for this game.
Utah needs them not to show up for this game. Because I'm sure they are pissed.
Yeah.
They are still not very happy.
Well, you did it to yourself.
They did. I do not
Be mad at yourself.
I do not disagree with that fact. But after that game, I can't remember who it was. Josh Gaddis, the offensive coordinator from Michigan, came out and said they were soft. They weren't tough.
Mm-hmm. Is that one of your keys to victory?
No, it's not.
All right.
This is just me going off.
It's
the
you
rails
just
again.
rattling off.
Rattling off again. So, Josh Gaddis came out and said that they are not a tough team. They are a finesse team. Which, they are a finesse team.
They look like it that day.
They did. Absolutely did.
So
now,
can't get too mad.
So, no, they can't. But now they're out to prove that
They're still elite.
yeah, that they're a tough team. So, I think you're going to see that.
All right.
But anyway, so my 3 keys to victory for Ohio State. Get off the plane.
Get off the plane. Show up.
So that is not actually my one key to victory. So, as you probably know, Ohio State has had some very talented players opt out of the bowl game to head to the NFL.
Yep.
So
who are they again?
So you got Chris Olave, who is the all-time touchdown receptions leader for Ohio State.
Okay.
Fell just short of 1,000 yards this year. I think he had like 963 yards.
Okay.
So you got to replace him. Big shoes to fill.
Absolutely.
You got Garrett Wilson, also opted out to go to the draft.
Oh yeah, that just happened a couple days ago.
Yeah, that one hurt my feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was going to follow in Chris Olave's footsteps and surprise everybody and come back. That didn't happen.
No.
So there's a 1,000-yard receiver gone. And honestly, he was our big play receiver. He made contested catches one after another.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Consistently.
And so there are huge shoes to fill. So you're going to have, which Ohio State has no shortage of talented wide receivers. They're just obviously
experienced.
Right. They're just obviously unproven right now.
Yeah.
So you have Julian Fleming, who not last year but the year prior was the number one receiver in the class. You have Emeka Ibuka, who was last year's number one receiver in the class. And then to just add some sugar on top of the cake, you have Marvin Harrison Jr. coming in. Well, he's there, so he'll be playing in the running. No, he's not coming in this year. He's
already there.
But
he's actually going to touch the field.
Yep. So you're going to have one of the greatest of all times, son, on the field for this game. And they have shown spurts of, like, when they have gotten in the game, they've showed that they belong there.
Yeah.
So, but back to my key to victory. There are big. I did. I do it all the time. I could sit here and talk about Ohio State for 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, this isn't an Ohio State podcast.
I know. But, so, big shoes to fill. They have to have people to fill those shoes. Number 2 is to get C.J. Stroud going early. It doesn't hurt to dink and dunk the ball.
Yeah, get in a rhythm.
Get him in a rhythm. And then start, like I said, they need to feed Travion Henderson. He has to get touches. Yeah. Whether it's catching passes out of the backfield, straight handoffs, you have to get him involved. He is way too talented not to touch the ball probably at least 25 times in this game.
I agree.
Number 3, the defense cannot get sloppy. They can't.
Not again.
Not again.
They can't do it again.
They have to remain sound. They have to stay gap sound. Because Utah has a running back that can exploit them just like Michigan did. They have to stay gap sound. They have to know where they need to be.
Yeah, and best way to do that is communicate with each other.
Exactly. So, and I'm going to add a 4th one here because it irked the crap out of me during the Michigan game.
Yeah.
Penalties. Knock it off with the penalties.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
What do you think I was going to say?
With the corners playing 13 yards off of the receivers when it's 3rd and 2?
Well, that too. But no, that's not where I was going with this. The penalties. You gotta not shoot yourself in the foot. Every time they got momentum in that game.
Holding.
False start. What other penalties you want to name?
Intentional grounding.
They had them all. They simply were undisciplined in that game, and they need to come out and they need to stay sound. No penalties.
Yeah. Yeah, they're treating those penalties like Pokemon. Gotta get them all.
You shut Shut up, Tim.
I told you every episode.
But I have some stats for the players that Ohio State's losing that they are not playing in this game.
Oh, so these are the stats that people are going to have to make up.
Yes.
For this one game.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. So there's 4 players that opted out. So you got Chris Olave,
Yep.
you got Garrett Wilson, you got Haskell Garrett, and
I forgot about Haskell Garrett.
Yep, and you got Nicholas Petit Ferrer on the offensive line.
Oh, okay.
So
big loss there.
Yeah. So you have Chris Olave, who had 65 catches this year for 936 yards. So I flipped the 6.
You flipped the 3 and the 6.
Yep, I did. And 13 touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
Oh, I mean, that's a great season for most.
Yeah.
I'm honestly a little surprised he's not playing in this game, just to try to get over the 1,000-yard mark, because that would be 3 Ohio State receivers that are over 1,000 yards this year.
Yeah.
But he continues to actually practice with the team. He's there practicing.
Ooh. Maybe a little surprise.
I hope so. That'd be fantastic.
That would be awesome.
That would be. I would enjoy that.
Nothing would ignite that team more than to see.
Right. Exactly. And
that
Jackson Smith and Jigba in an interview also said, it's great to have Chris out there because, with his experience and everything, he looks at it and he can tell me, where I need to work on this or where I need to work on that. So I think that's really good for the team that he is out there still engaged in full pads, everything. He's out there practicing, although he's not going to play in this game. So then you got Garrett Wilson. 70 catches for 1,058 yards and 12 touchdowns this year. Unreal.
Yeah.
I mean,
your whole receiving core on your team
that's almost
elite.
Yeah. So that's almost 2,000 yards of receiving gone this year.
And 25 touchdowns.
Yeah. And 25 touchdowns.
I just said that.
I know you did. But that mind boggles me. It mind boggles me. So, though losing the 2 receivers, they hurt. But I'm not really concerned about it because of the talent that I spoke of earlier.
Yeah.
So then you have Haskell Garrett. He had 22 total tackles this year, which doesn't really seem like a whole lot to me. But he's an interior offensive lineman.
Yeah.
He had 7 tackles for loss and 5.5 sacks.
I mean,
he was a monster.
I'd be happy with that if I had a player on my team.
Yeah, I mean, he was a monster in the middle. So for being a defensive tackle,
you don't have to get a tackle to make a difference.
No,
plug the gap.
Exactly.
You already make a difference.
Push the offensive lineman back to the quarterback's line.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's a beast. They're really going to miss him on the defensive line. That one worries me more than the receiving core. But then you got Nicholas Petit Ferrer. I think Thayer Munford's the leader of the offensive line, which I think he's gone at the end of the year. But he's going to play in the Rose Bowl. But Nicholas Petit Ferrer was solid. I think he gave up 1 or 2 quarterback pressures throughout the whole year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
I'll take that.
So that's another big one that Ohio State has to fill. I don't know if they move Matthew Jones in to guard and let Thayer Munford play left tackle again. I'm not real sure how they're going to play that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out in a couple days.
But there's a lot of talent gone from this Ohio State roster, and they're going to need everybody to step up. Yeah. Everybody. So, now that we've gone through the keys to victory for both teams.
Yep.
Who you got?
Oh, I got Ohio State. Absolutely. I can't, like you said, I can't go against Ohio State. I'm rooting for them almost all year.
Almost all year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Score? Man.
I mean, I think it has the potential to go either way. It could be
53-45, Ohio State.
Okay, so they're giving up some points.
Yeah, they're giving up some points.
They're giving up some points. All right. So for my score prediction for this one, I'm going to go 55-38.
Good, giving up some points.
Yep, still giving up some points.
You just seemed surprised when I said it. You only got one less touchdown than me.
That's true. But I'm curious how the defense is going to play.
Yeah.
Strictly because, obviously...
The defensive coordinator is gone the next day?
Well, we don't know. I don't know who's leaving. I'm still trying to talk to people closer to the program, people that actually, cover Ohio State, for a living.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's leaving yet. Because if I had to guess, I don't think they're getting rid of Kerry Combs, who was the defensive coordinator to start the season. So that turmoil, I guess if you want to call it turmoil, within the defensive coaching staff might play a little bit of a factor. I hope they don't get a little lackluster.
Yeah.
So I do think they're going to give up points, but I think the offense took the Michigan game personal.
All right. Is that all we got for the New Year's Six bowl games?
That is all we have for the New Year's Six bowl games.
Now we get into the nitty-gritty.
The playoffs.
The playoffs.